All right, so let's dive into this match. Um, Manchester United versus Liverpool, December 14th, 2008. Even years later, football fans are still buzzing about this one. Just picture it. Old Trafford, the theater's dreams. And it's absolutely rocking with anticipation. Why all the hype? Well, on that day,
Yeah.
this rivalry, it went way beyond just bragging rights.
Yeah, this match had absolutely everything. A title clash in the making, two legendary managers going head-to-head, Sir Alex Ferguson versus Rafa Benitez, a roster just overflowing with superstars. I mean, you got Cristiano Ronaldo, Steven Gerrard. And don't forget, the final score was 2-1 in favor of Man U, but trust me, it was a wild ride to get to that result.
Okay, so set the scene for us. What was the state of play in the 2008-2009 season leading up to this match?
Well, Manchester United, they were the reigning champions, having clinched the title the previous season. But Liverpool, they were breathing down their necks,
Yeah.
just 3 points behind them in the standings. So the stakes were sky high. This wasn't just about winning a match. It was a potential turning point for the entire title race.
And things kicked off with a bang, right? Tell me about that opening goal.
Absolutely. Just 23 minutes in, Fernando Torres. This guy, he could make even the best defenders look silly. Capitalizes on, I'll be honest. A very rare lapse in judgment from Nemanja Vidic, Manchester United's rock. At center back, Vidic misjudges a long ball and allows Torres to just ghost right past him. Now, most players, they panic in that situation, but not Torres. He stays completely composed, slots it right past Van der Sar. Now, Van der Sar, to give him credit, he gets a hand to it, but he just couldn't keep it out.
Oh, man, I bet that sent shockwaves through Old Trafford. So how did Manchester United respond to that early setback?
Resilience.
Yeah.
That is the hallmark of a champion. And Manchester United, they showed it in spades. Just 6 minutes later, they earn a corner kick. Ryan Giggs, a master of set pieces, I'll tell you, whips in a dangerous ball. And who rises to the occasion? Well, it's Vidic, the man who made the initial error. He powers a header into the back of the net, making up for his mistake in spectacular fashion.
Talk about a redemption arc. So at halftime, it's 1-1. What a first half. The atmosphere must have been electric. But then comes the turning point in the second half, right?
The penalty?
Ah, yes, the penalty. You
Yeah.
could practically cut the tension with a knife when Wayne Rooney steps up to take it. And this penalty, it still sparks debates to this day. Was there actual contact? Was it a dive? Daniel Agger, Liverpool's defender. He was adjudged to have fouled Patrice Evra in the box. The replays were inconclusive. But the referee, he pointed to the spot. And Rooney, cool as a cucumber, sends Pepe Reina the wrong way, slots it home, Manchester United take the lead. I can only imagine the eruption from the Man U faithful. It sounds like this penalty decision really rattled Liverpool. Did that frustration start to affect their play?
Oh, absolutely. It's a psychological blow to concede a goal like that, especially when the decision itself is so debatable. You could see the frustration building in the Liverpool players. Xabi Alonso, he gets a yellow card for dissent, arguing with the referee about a tackle. And then about 10 minutes later, disaster strikes for Liverpool. Javier Mascherano, their midfield general, he receives his second yellow card of the match and is sent off.
Wow, going down to 10 men against a team like Manchester United, that's got to be a nightmare scenario. Tell me, what kind of impact did losing Mascherano have on Liverpool's game plan?
It's like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. How did Liverpool even try to cope with that?
Well, it forced Rafa Benitez to completely reshuffle his tactics. He brought on Fabio Aurelio for Albert Riera, hoping to shore up the defense and avoid any further damage. But the truth is, the red card, it really hampered Liverpool's attacking threat. Mascherano was the linchpin in their midfield, breaking up plays, dictating the tempo, and launching attacks. Without him, they struggled to maintain possession and create any meaningful chances.
Yeah, they really did.
So the momentum had firmly swung in Manchester United's favor. But Liverpool being Liverpool, they didn't just roll over, did they?
Oh, absolutely not. This is a team that's known for its fighting spirit. Even with 10 men, they dug deep and tried to find a way back into the match. Steven Gerrard, their captain, fantastic. He was absolutely everywhere, trying to rally his troops, leading by example. But he just didn't have the support he needed. Manchester United's defense, anchored by Rio Ferdinand, and the now redeemed Vidic. It was like an impenetrable wall.
And what about the other stars on the pitch? You mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo earlier. I'm assuming he had a field day with Liverpool down to 10 men.
Ronaldo, he was a constant menace that day. He was like a whirlwind of skill and speed, running at that depleted Liverpool defense, cutting in from the left, taking on players. And while he didn't manage to find the back of the net himself, he created several chances for his teammates, stretching the Liverpool defense thin, keeping them on their toes.
See, that's what I love about football, the tactical chess match. One move can shift the entire balance of the game. But Sometimes it's easy to forget about the unsung heroes. Any standout performances that might have flown under the radar?
Oh, for sure. While guys like Ronaldo and Gerrard, they grabbed all the headlines, Edwin van der Sar, Manchester United's veteran goalkeeper, he was quietly having a blinder. He made a string of crucial saves, especially after conceding that early goal to Torres. It's a good reminder that a goalkeeper can be just as important as a star striker. Sometimes it's those vital saves that secure a victory, and Van der Sar, he was absolutely on top of his game that day.
Goalkeepers, right. The last line of defense, and often the first to get blamed. But it sounds like Van der Sar really stepped up and held the fort for Manchester United. So the final whistle blows. Manchester United wins 2-1. What kind of impact did this result have on the title race?
Well, it turned out to be a massive turning point in the season. This victory, it seemed to inject a surge of confidence into Manchester United. While for Liverpool, the defeat was a real psychological blow, especially after coming so close. They managed to stay in the title race for a while, but ultimately, they fell short, finishing 4 points behind Manchester United at the end of the season.
So in a way, this one match, this clash of titans at Old Trafford, might have decided the fate of the entire Premier League season. Incredible.
Yeah, it really does go to show you how much one match can matter, especially in a league as competitive as the Premier League. Every point is precious. And this victory gave Manchester United that crucial edge, both in terms of points and morale. They went on to win their third consecutive Premier League title, cementing their dominance in English football.
Now, beyond the title race, this match added another fiery chapter to the Manchester United-Liverpool rivalry, right? Can you give our listeners a sense of what makes this rivalry so special, so intense?
Oh, this is a rivalry that goes way back, steeped in history, geographical proximity, and a shared hunger for success. Manchester United and Liverpool, two of the most successful clubs in English football history, boasting a combined 39 league titles. They're also located less than 35 miles apart, adding that extra local pride and competitive spirit.
So it's not just a game. It's a battle for bragging rights, for regional supremacy, for a place in footballing folklore. It's electric.
Yeah, and let's not forget the fans, the passion and intensity that they bring to these matches. It's unmatched. They live and breathe their clubs, and the atmosphere they create, especially at a game like this, it's truly something special. This 2008 clash, with its controversial moments, incredible individual performances, and the high stakes involved, it only added fuel to that already raging fire.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. This match wasn't just about 3 points. It was about legacy, history, and the enduring spirit of competition. But what does all this mean for our listener today? Why should someone who wasn't even a diehard fan back then care about this particular game?
Well, on a surface, it's a thrilling encounter between two footballing giants, filled with drama and excitement. But if you look a bit deeper, you'll find a story about resilience, determination, and the importance of staying composed under pressure. Manchester United showed that, even when they go behind early, they can dig deep, find a way back, and ultimately triumph.
It's a great lesson for anyone, really. Whether you're on a football pitch or facing challenges in your own life, it's about believing in yourself, staying focused, and never giving up, even when the odds seem stacked against you.
Exactly. And this match also highlights the power of individual brilliance. Within a team framework, Ronaldo didn't score, but his creativity and energy were infectious. Van der Sar, the veteran keeper, he showed that every role in the team matters. Even Gerrard, in defeat, he embodied that spirit of never surrendering.
It's a reminder that success in any field often comes from a combination of individual talent and collective effort, from star players shining brightly and unsung heroes doing their part, quietly but effectively.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the entertainment factor. This match had everything. A controversial penalty, stunning goals, red cards, tactical battles, and moments of individual brilliance. It was a roller coaster of emotions. And for any football fan, it's a match worth revisiting.
Okay, so we've talked about the match itself, the impact, the rivalry, and the broader lessons. But now I have to ask the question that's been swirling in my mind. What if things had gone differently? What if Liverpool had snatched a win or held on for a draw? It's like stepping into an alternate footballing universe. What would that even look like?
Oh, let's start with the immediate impact. A draw at Old Trafford. That would have kept Liverpool within touching distance of Manchester United, at the top of the table. That alone could have shifted the psychological balance. Imagine the pressure on Sir Alex Ferguson and his men, knowing they couldn't